Sorry, it sold for $49.99.
What a legend, eh?
Yeah.
Look how smug you look.
My smug face. Hi, welcome back, and sorry there's been a bit of a delay.
We've been very busy.
We have been busy.
And we
both talking at once here.
We're out of touch with doing these videos.
We are.
Only been a couple of weeks.
We need to do more. Christ.
So sorry, we've been away. We have been busy in the background, beavering away, haven't we? Buying more and selling more because
we've been selling at boot sales and that.
Yes, we have.
And,
that's not been much fun, is it?
No,
but there you go. We've done it. And we've survived it. But we thought this video would come to you, sort of showing you what we have bought recently and some of the things we've sold, just to keep you updated with our lives.
Yes.
And how much fun we've been having here.
Not much.
No.
Yeah.
Shall we start then?
Let's start. So what are we going to start with?
Well, we're starting with a handful of items that we have bought recently, what we've paid for them and what we're pricing them at and where we got them from. Do you want to start?
Yeah. But
can you read my writing?
I can't read. It's not that. I can't see now. I'm getting old.
I've tried to write it clearly, but it's a bit scrawly, isn't it?
Where are we?
It's this one here, yeah.
A vintage rattan wine rack. Now, we bought that for £3 at the boot sale.
Yes.
And is that...
That's what we're putting up for.
What we're putting up for, $28.99. There's some of this wicker stuff and rattan stuff.
A cheeky $28.99. If you're new to these videos, I have a little bit of a habit of pricing things high if I like them, because I don't want to sell them. But you can't keep everything, can you? That's the thing. You haven't
got your Wicker Woman badge.
No, I haven't. And I've got a few things wicker related in this video because they're my faves. So we got that from a boot sale, didn't we? Ashley Heath, where we got quite wet and quite cold.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant, was it?
No.
But there you go. It's what it is.
But they had a lovely hot dog there.
They did.
Anyway, moving on.
We do like sampling the hot dogs.
I've already started talking about food, so moving on. At the same boot sale, we bought this John Lewis Lissa bamboo lattice lampshade. This is gorgeous. Now, unfortunately, I'd bought this just after Paul had hobbled back, because your ankle's playing you up. Hobbled back to the car with some big things I'd already bought.
Yeah.
And then
we must have gone back to the car about 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because I went back. So I didn't want to sort of get you going there again, because I
think Marie's trying to break me. I think that's what it is.
But you'll see from the picture, this is showing one of them, but I actually bought 3. They were 3 for a £5. So they worked out $166 each. We've only listed one, haven't we? Because you don't want to have to pack them together. So we're just listing one at the moment, and then when that sells, we'll put another one on. Yeah. But we've put it up for $29.99.
Lovely. And what have I got? A vintage Sherborne footstool.
Yes, this was from the same boot sale, I think. Quite a good boot sale at Ashley Heath. We bought. It was all big and bulky. It was all
big. Yeah, I think we'll stay away from Ashley Heath. I don't like big and bulky. But anyway, we paid £3 for this, and we put it out for $22.99.
Yeah, so we've sold a few of these footstools, haven't we?
We have, and it's quite surprising what does sell. I think people do like to reupholster them, and they like to do things with them. So it doesn't really matter their condition, does it?
No, and this one, if you are a long time watcher to our channel, you will have seen when I bought a stool originally with plastic feet. This one also had plastic feet, but the other one sold really quickly.
Yes.
I thought, well, I'm having it. The lady had 2, and I bought both off her. So, yes, that's good. So what else have we got here? It's the Boots PT800 typewriter that we bought from Allington Lane car boot sale.
Yes, and we've typewriter as well since the auction. We've been looking at them more and more, haven't we? But,
£5 we paid for that. And we put it up for $39.99. And whilst we're talking about Allington Lane car boot sale, we bumped into Heather and Andrew. And Heather pointed at me and said, "I know you." And I sort of nervously went, "Oh, no, you don't." Always get nervous meeting new people, but they have joined our boot sale buddy team of people that we have been lucky enough to meet at the boot sales, and we just want to thank them again. They're really kind, very lovely people, and I'm sure that Heather has smiled at me before. Really? Whether we used to be in emporiums around the south coast a few years ago, didn't we, before lockdown? Yeah. So whether we've met before, I've definitely seen Heather's face before, and she smiled at me before, because I always remember a friendly face.
Yeah.
So lovely to meet you, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Yes, very nice to meet you.
Now, what else? It's you now. I don't know if I've done them out of order now, or whether I've done too many, but we'll carry on and hope that it's all right.
What's this?
Trout flies. That's that box of those trout unusual things.
Yeah, trout flies. Well, that's it's in a frame, isn't it? 6 of them.
This is the sort of thing that Secret Carper, if he's watching, he'll know exactly what they are.
Yeah.
But we're not into fishing, so it's something at the bottom of an auction box.
That's right.
I think I went rogue and bought some pictures, and that was in it.
You'll notice that Marie does like going rogue every now and then, don't you? And
adds a bit of spice to life, doesn't it?
It does.
Keeps you on your toes.
It does, but I'm more of a, what have you bought that for? But anyway, £1.32 it worked out that we paid for this, because it was in a job lot of a few things.
It was, yeah.
And $34.99 it's gone up for, or going up for.
Yes, and what we haven't pointed out, because we always forget to say, is that every price we give you includes postage.
Yes,
we always forget to say, don't we?
Yeah, we do. All includes that. So
all includes it.
Everything in it.
Now, I've got a charity shop. We went out yesterday to, because the boot sale was rainy, wasn't it? We didn't get much at the weekend.
Yeah.
So we went to a charity shop yesterday and we picked up these gorgeous, they are vintage Lefton 1988, like a pair of deers. They've got the ribbons and they've also got a little sticker underneath which proves their authenticity. They were 50p each. They've been knocked down with the old red pen, haven't they? 50p each. They looked a bit cute, so I chanced it. They were £1 for the pair, and we put them up for $42.99. Now, yes, that does sound a lot of money, but sometimes when you can't, I mean, we found these Lefton items, but we hadn't seen a proper pair. So I thought, aim high. We always take offers. We always have a sale.
We always have the offer button on.
They'll find their right price, won't they, my love?
Of course they will. But the thing is, you don't want to underprice it, do you?
No, and someone, we might have to wait a long time, but we only paid £1, so we don't mind waiting, do we?
Don't mind at all.
Not in any rush, are we?
No, definitely not. So we got, this is a vintage...
Whist, that is, I know. Whist marker indicator. It's quite difficult to say, my love, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks for that. Now, we got this from a boot sale. What boot sale was this?
It was the one at the weekend, wasn't it? It was Bridgebury, that's it. Rainy old Bridgebury.
Yeah, it was a rainy day. We paid £1 for this and we're going to put it out for $28.99.
Yes, now how many of you have got caught out at boot sale? You've got wet, you're getting a little bit desperate, and you buy something with only one eye. That's what we had at the weekend.
Yeah.
But we did bump into our first YouTube buddy, didn't we, Hum? Now we bumped into him. We bumped into him a couple of weeks before. Matt from Rosie Resellers. What a lovely man. We've watched his videos, haven't we?
Yeah.
Young man.
Very friendly.
That's annoying, isn't it? He's
young man.
Young man. There's nothing more that's going to make you feel old than bumping into someone who's really good, who's got a really lovely YouTube channel, and he's fit. He's running around, and then there's us and the.
I'm getting worried. He's fit.
He makes us feel really old.
He does. Yeah. Yeah.
He's raced around, snaffling up all the good stuff. Anyway, we saw him on the Sunday, and we said, "Hello, Matt." And he's ever so friendly, isn't he?
He is very friendly, yeah.
So if you haven't seen his channel, we hadn't come up on our feeds at all when he introduced himself at the Allington Lane boot sale. We hadn't. We weren't aware of him at all. But his name's Matt. He was with Mia when we first met him. Rosie Resales were a flasher thing up there, hun. Extra editing for you there.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Lovely to meet you. So yes, is it me now? I can't even remember. It must be me, is it?
Yes.
The vintage rattan stall plant stand. We got this yesterday in a charity shop. Yes, you can still pick up a bargain.
You can, yeah.
£2. You spotted this, didn't you? With your wicker radar. It's spreading. £2, and we've put it up for $44.99. Like I say, if I like something, I edge it up a little bit in the hope that it never sells and I can keep it.
The thing is, like I say, we've said it before, some of this wicker and rattan and all that sort of stuff, it can be worth
It's
quite
got
a
that
bit of money.
boho chic look that people do like. But as I say, it was a stall, but I put stall and plant stand in the listing because a lot of people do have them in the corner. They're gorgeous.
Yes.
It is lovely.
Yes, it is.
So we're going to move on now to, so we've just shown you there things that we have bought and listed. Now we're going to show you things that we've bought recently since the last video, and we've also sold. Get us, hun, get us. We're not going to show you the hundreds of things that we've listed that haven't sold.
No.
We're not doing that. We're just going to show you the good
highlight
bits.
some of the good ones.
And we want to give a shout out to Helen. You're going to pop her comment up here.
Yep,
we are so lucky we get so many lovely supportive comments on our videos. We are really are blessed, aren't we?
Definitely.
And Helen here was referring to the fact that she likes our sold. I couldn't think of the word then. Sold videos. So these are in honour of Helen, and we're going to go through what we've sold recently. So can you just read that there? I'm moving backwards now.
Where are we? Vintage
Fringe, that is. I know, scrawly.
Yeah.
Another stall.
Like I say, they seem to go quite well. And, we paid £3 for this at a boot sale, and we sold it for £20.
Yes, very pleased. It sold really quickly, didn't it, as well?
Yeah, so fantastic. Really pleased with that.
I'm going to take you through some vintage rubber dolls. We bought, in our last auction, don't ask me why, it was only £10. So I bought a big doll's house with some furniture in, mainly because I like doll's house.
Doll's house.
On wheels, handmade. We haven't sold it yet. Well, we haven't listed it yet.
It's just about fitted in the van.
Yes, you weren't best pleased, but we have listed all the furniture, and these dolls got listed, so they cost £2.64. And they sold for $22.99. So that did cheer you up a bit.
That did, yes. Yeah, I was pleased about that.
And we'll be putting the doll's house on eBay as a collection only, because it's too big, isn't it?
It is too big, and we can't post that. We don't tend to ship big items like that, do we? I know there are companies out there that deal with that, but no. So we're doing a collection only. We've done collection only before.
I'm hoping to do that in the next day or so.
Yeah,
just to get it out. Moved into a different bit of the garage, really.
Yeah, that's it. So what we got?
Can you see that there? It's
is that a Game of Thrones
audio CDs? These are unabridged audio CDs. We had no knowledge of these sort of things at all. We've seen lots of adverts, haven't we? But we bought a lot. Mainly, it was that lot that had the wicker, something to do with wicker in it. And I bought it, not realising that it had lots of other stuff with it, and it had a whole box of CDs. Yeah.
That's it. So,
which is why the price is so cheap.
That's it. 50p. We equated to that because, like I say, there was quite a bit in there, and we sold it for £16.
The only thing with CDs, though, is that they all need checking, and this had a lot of them had like 28 or 30 CDs in. We bought a lot. There was a lot of Games of Thrones sets in there.
Yeah.
So that was the only thing, is it was quite timely.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, I've got the Tim Thompson framed signed print. This was from the last auction.
Tim Thompson.
It was in the box of pictures that we got. Never heard of Tim Thompson, but it cost £1.32 and sold for $22.99. So, like Faye and Simon from Married to Reselling, we're also art dealers, aren't we?
We've been selling a lot of pictures lately.
I know.
And,
we have a bit of a thing about glass. We don't like buying things with glass in, but we have changed recently with pictures, haven't we? We've been more brave.
I've been more brave.
It does cost more in bubble wrap, that's a new thing. But if we can get it to a decent, over the £20 mark, we're quite happy, aren't we?
Yeah, we've had a fair bit of success recently with that sort of thing, with larger items. And yes, it does take longer to wrap, but potential profit is pretty good.
So this leads us on to our next one. What a seamless link this is. I'll help you with that, my love, because it is. I didn't even know how to spell it. It's tulip and narcissus. Narcissus. Look how many S's are in that.
Yeah.
It's framed and glazed prints. This is one thing I've learned.
Yeah, see, that doesn't say prints.
No, I know.
I'm looking at the word there.
I was writing it. I've not had enough coffee. This was when you're desperate at a car boot sale and you're not finding anything. We did it when we sold at that car boot sale. This is Anton Lane a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
We decided to do a boot sale, to sell at a boot sale on the hottest day of the year. It was not a fun time, was it?
No,
not a fun time. Not many people turned out. It was slim pickings. But I did buy this pair of prints, mainly because they were in a box, a 20p box. A 20p box. So we paid 40p for these. I'm taking over your part now.
It's all right, I'll do the next one.
No, go on, you do the price. Do the big reveal.
£15. There you go, you can carry on now.
Yeah. And that was that. So I wouldn't normally bought them, but because they were 20p, I got sort of, waylaid into it, really. Yeah. And that was all I bought for that boot sale. It was all I bought was those two framed prints.
Yeah.
You do the next one.
You want me to do the next one?
This is your special one, isn't it?
My special.
Legend.
Yeah.
You're a legend.
Bought a Bluetooth mobile keyboard. Was it HP?
I don't know. What does that mean?
No, Microsoft. It was Microsoft.
I don't do technical.
Anyway, we got this keyboard from a boot sale. I think that was the Allington Lane boot sale one again.
After just moaned about it.
Yeah, yeah, no. Paid £1 for it. It was just, just on the side of the table. It was just getting rid of a load of stuff, and it looked in pretty good condition. So I thought, it's worth it for £1.
Yeah.
And it went up, and it sold for $49.99.
What a legend, eh?
Yeah.
Look how smug you look.
My smug face.
And while we're talking about Allington Lane car boot sale, I just want to shout out to Rosanna, Hannah and Thomas, who are our regular boot sale buddies. We saw them, didn't we, as well?
We did see them, yeah.
What a treat.
I know.
So we've seen them recently as well. So I hope you're doing okay.
Yeah.
So I'm moving on to Sony speakers. I hope this video is okay to watch, because our island, we've got a big book here right in front of us with everything written down. So I hope it's not too annoying to watch.
But our eye line keeps doing this.
Sony speakers for £5 from a car boot sale, and they sold for $36.99. You do well with speakers, don't you?
Yeah, these are bookshelf speakers. Generally, if they're a good brand, they'll do okay.
If only we could find them at every car boot sale, we'd be happy. Very happy.
I'd be happy doing those. Yeah, they're easy to pack, nice and square. But yeah, fantastic.
I've highlighted this one, because I've put the words "dog rough" underneath it.
The genuine Lloyd Loom laundry basket.
This was again at Allington Lane, and when something catches your eye, we've had Lloyd Loom stuff before. I love it. It's normally quite expensive when it's from a dealer. He was a dealer, but clearly he'd been carting it around and wanted to get shot
of it. And yeah, it was rough.
That's £2, love. I was like, oh. It was rough though. In the listing, I put that it's really tatty, needs some love.
Yeah.
But it sold really quickly, didn't it?
Did I say, thanks for that or something to him? I can't remember.
Yeah, because you had to cart it back to the car. We only been there 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So you weren't very happy, but it was $22.99. It sold really quickly as well.
Yes, it did. So that's good. If you've got the right size box and things like that, they're easy to pack.
That's it.
So yeah. No,
so now we're going to take you through now the things that have sold that you have seen before in our recent videos.
Yes.
So we are. Do you know why we're happy? It's because we're going to have a coffee after this video. We've only literally got 6 more things to go through, and then get that coffee on.
We'll be done in 1 minute.
So is it my turn? I think is it my turn? I can't remember.
Yeah, you go.
Anyway, do you remember that video, the Versus video, myself against Paul? Yeah. I bought this vintage 1960s Marks battery operated aircraft. It only cost £1.47. I think I listed it for like $64.99, but it sold for $52.50, and the person that bought it from us was really chuffed. And they also contacted us later to say it was working. They've got it working.
Yeah, because it was sold as not working, even though battery operated. It wasn't.
Yeah, we couldn't test it or anything, could we?
But no, he's got it. He sent us a message. It's all working, and he's happy with it.
Yeah, so we were really chuffed. It'd gone to a good home, someone who was going to love it. We love vintage things, and if you someone buying it is going to love it, that's amazing, isn't it? We took it from an old auction box and sent it to someone who was going to love it.
It's always nice to hear back about this sort of thing.
Yeah. So what have you got?
Right, a Panasonic Quad phone set, home phone set. Bought it from boot sale for £5. We tend to do okay with this sort of thing.
We do, yeah.
We sold it for £38. Now, I did list it for a fair bit more than that, but I think it went into a sale and then got an offer as well. But the thing is, £5 to £38, you're not going to refuse that, are you?
No, quite pleased with that.
It's still decent profit. So yeah, pleased with that.
So I've got the vintage companion. This is a chrome horseshoe, is that? I can't read my own writing now. This was unusual because all the fireside companion sets we picked up have been brass. This one was like a chrome one. We paid £2 for it, and it sold for £24.49. I think originally I put it up for £34.99, but to be honest with you, from £2 into £24.49, we're really happy with that.
Very happy.
So that's good.
Vintage Coalport, was that a lamp?
Lamp.
Oh, is that a lamp? I thought I said llama.
No. Don't remember buying any llamas.
I know. Yes, so the vintage Coalport lamp, that's it. Yes, it had a crack in it. And that's why it was £1.
Yes, and we did have a comment from Car Boot Chris about how do we get on cleaning our crack, which did make us laugh.
It did, yes. Thanks, Chris. You can rely on Chris.
Yeah.
Yes, we sold this for £17.49.
So we were dead chuffed, weren't we?
We were chuffed. Not bad from £1.
Because sometimes the thing with vintage is that sometimes if it's cracked or it's damaged, people chuck them away. And
but the thing is, the crack can be hidden.
Yeah, turn it round and
exactly.
So we're really pleased. It went to a loving home, and it wasn't going to just go in the bin. So that's good. So I've got here vintage bamboo wicker picnic basket. Now this was, some of you may remember, we picked up at auction a lot with lots of tennis rackets, squash rackets that I knew nothing about, but I bought it because of this picnic basket. We paid £1.30 and it sold for £31.49. And at this point in the video, we just want to give a shout out to Thomas, who has he's been binge watching, hasn't he, a lot of our videos.
Yes.
We've been going back, replying to his comments, and just want to say thanks ever so much for taking all your time up with watching our videos. It really does mean a lot to all the people that watch our videos. It really means a lot to us, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So we're very grateful.
We are very grateful. So thank you so much. Yes, I've got a Yamaha keyboard. This is like a little mini keyboard, wasn't it? It's a PSS 270. Yeah, we got it for £2 and sold it for $33.29.
Yes, that's not bad, is it?
That's not bad at all. So yeah, pleased about that sort of thing.
So there you go. That's some of the things we've bought, some of the things we've sold recently. I hope you've enjoyed seeing them. We just want to put a little message out there. We know that we're very grateful for the people that take their time to watch our videos. It does mean so much to us, and we know recently that some of the people watching have had health issues.
Yeah.
They've had injury, or they've sort of had tragedy. So we just want to know that sometimes it can be a lonely old time, can't it, being a reseller?
Oh yeah, definitely.
We are always contactable on where are we
Instagram.
contactable?
Well, we're Instagram and Facebook. Emsden UK.
Yes, and
so if anybody does want to contact us for any reason at all, they're more than welcome to.
Yes, and one
just for a chat or anything.
Person we also want to shout out to is someone that we met at Allington Lane boot sale. A lovely man called Boots. We had a few chats, didn't we, on that day at the car boot sale? Yeah. And since then, we gave him our details, and since then we've been going back and forward on on Messenger or something, is it?
Facebook Messenger.
And it's been lovely hearing about what he's doing, what car boot sells, and he helps us out with advice on places to go to and things like that. So it's really nice to meet new people. He's part of our boot sale buddy team of
the
people.
Team, the gang.
And it's been really nice because you start to become part of someone's life and they become part of your life. And that's why we sort of wanted to mention, if anyone does want to contact us and say hello or anything, we are always contactable.
Oh, yeah.
A little caveat to that, sometimes I say to Paul, what's this dot mean? And you go, it means you've got a message. So I'm not very good on the text, so just be aware of that if we don't come back quickly.
If we haven't come back quickly, it's not that we're not going to reply.
I've forgotten what a reply looks like. So yes, well, Boots can confirm that, because sometimes it's like, oh God, he left a message on Friday. So yes, it's been a busy time. We've ramped up the buying and selling because of their financial climate and everything. So we're working longer and harder than we have ever have. Yeah. But we have been also away a couple of. Well, I say away. We have, I suppose. We went to Sheffield.
Yes,
and we also recorded a video about that, which is hopefully coming out over the next few days. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, no guarantees. That would be on our. We have another channel. If you don't know,
Breaking Free
with Paul and Marie.
Yes.
So yeah, so that will be on the.
And we've not been breaking free enough, have we?
We haven't. No, the last video I think was
February time. I think.
Yeah, well, it was released like 2 months ago. Something.
Yeah, it's we've been crazy busy.
Yeah. So that one will be over there.
And we've also been to Derbyshire for Paul's sister's 40th birthday.
Yeah.
We could put a picture up, hon, because I've got a dress. I think we had a selfie. Didn't we do a selfie when we sat at the table? Yeah.
Yes, right. Yeah, we did. Yeah, pop a picture.
Because we look all posh, don't we? We look all posh. What else have we done? Have we done anything else exciting? No, I don't think we have. You may be noticing that I've still got a cardigan on. It's July.
It's cold.
It's got cold. We've had rain. Can't believe Chris last night was going about sitting in his garden in the sun. Boasting, he was boasting.
I know. They had some lovely weather, didn't they?
We've had rain every day. We had 3 days of sun about 2 weeks ago, and it's been miserable ever since. So I think this is autumn now. We're just going an early autumn. Anyway, rambling on. If you do want to contact us, why wouldn't you? It's always lovely to hear.
Nobody contact us now.
They're like, Christ, we'd never get away. Yes, we're always contacted. We don't want anyone to, you know, not be able to reach out. If you want to say hello, it can be a lonely old job, can't it, reselling?
Oh, of course it can, yeah.
So we're always there. We're always there.
Always.
Anyway, we're going to go now because we're getting close to coffee time.
We are. So if you do like our videos, please do give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing.
Yes, and let us know in the comments. What have you been like in the last couple of weeks? We've been having fun. Have you bought anything good? Let us know. We always love hearing from you because it's sort of it's lovely, isn't it? Hearing from, because you've become part of our lives as well. Yeah. So
you can probably see we're probably covered up now with a couple of clips, a couple of videos.
Probably are. Well, that'd be it. What a blessing.
Yeah, that's it. So we're going to go and have our coffee.
Yes,
now.
woo! You take care, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.